Hey, Shalom, Israel. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash, the one of the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect, pushing the word across the four corners of the earth. All right, I am the brother Shaman of Great Millstone, Chicago. And you can see the spirit on Esau is of desperation. We're definitely in those times, like it says, seeing that they have but a short time. Right? The scriptures say what the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, and that moment is almost up, and these Edomites can feel it. And whatever they're about to do, it's about to come out very soon. Lord willing, after this Passover, could very well be the year of where everything goes down. Right? And Jacob's trouble is not, it's completely out of. It's never out of sight, man, because Jake is always just right in Esau's hands. All right, and we already know, somebody mischievous, they're not going to let that go to waste. All right, this is Revelations 3:10. So, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And so there's going to be an hour of temptation, and we understand through the scriptures what the temptation is going to be. To receive that mark, the mark of the beast, and to submit before Esau and his authority. And it's going to be tempting because there's going to be a benefit from it. That's what a temptation is, something that you want or you desire, right? With it being primarily what everybody needs right now. Shit, everybody's trying to get paid. Everybody's, fucked up, trying to get ahead. And I've never seen so many Edomites, all throughout the hood in my whole life. Because they know that Jacob is merciful. They'll come in the hood and beg, man. It's crazy. All right, but for the elect, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So that hour of temptation is going to come. That time of us seeing things, oh, wow, man, they get this. But ultimately, the elect is going to resist. All right, it says it shall come upon all the world to try them which dwell upon the earth. So it's going to be, you're going to be tried. All right, and, the word has been coming out, and we're seeing certain men who are tried, and then, they fail. And they're supposed to be refined, but they fail because they didn't take heed. Right? They were never serious about this word. This word has to be in you. It's one thing for you to parrot something or take you can look up something, take notes on it, and I know this, and let me bring out this lecture. People in college do that all the time. They look up information. They change the wording of it, pretend like you came up with it. Anybody could do that. But is it in you though? This is Wisdom of Solomon 8, and we're going to see. It's going to be proven. He said, then you should know my chosen. All right, and you have to go to that Stoic mindset, which we know Stoicism was basically copied from the scriptures. This is Wisdom of Solomon 8:7. And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teaches temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life. And that last one being fortitude, which first you have to have the prudence to foresee things. The scriptures talk about that. A wise man foreseeth the evil. Right? The Lord warned us. He gave a warning. Prepare yourself. Prepare your house. And that's the spirit that we're coming into with Passover. The Lord said what? Don't even add yeast, to their bread. We're about to make haste. We're about to get the fuck out of here. Egypt is going to be destroyed. And this place is going to be celebrated of a greater destruction than Egypt. Right? The Passover in the kingdom is going to be changed to deliverance out of Babylon, out of this place. It says, fortitude. All right, when you look up fortitude, because that old English in the Apocrypha is a little different than the old English necessarily in the Old Testament. We understand the Septuagint, and they took out the Apocrypha, and maybe some of the wording didn't get updated. But that word fortitude in the Hebrew, when you look it up, let me see. Make sure I got it right. No, that's not what I want. It's H1396. Yeah, these apps, man. Esau's technology is weak. That word there is gabar. You got kazak too, but the word for fortitude really is gabar. And I was just going through the definitions because the scriptures are manifold. A lot of these words are manifold and have different applications. The word for gabar, to prevail, have strength, be strong, be powerful, mighty. All right, to exceed, be great. Somebody with fortitude, they're going to proceed to be great. That's what's going to happen to the elect. In fact, I'm going to let the scriptures speak. Gabar, man, strong man, warrior. What the scriptures say, endure into the end as a good soldier. All right, the Lord is a man of war. So we conform to his image, the image of soldiers, warriors, a valiant man. All right, somebody named Gabar. Another one, man of uprightness. Somebody who's not upright, they're going to receive that mark. Valiant. And that's what the word for Gabriel goes back to. Warrior of the Most High. But I had a couple of more precepts, because that's basically it, man. Fortitude is very important during these times. And we can see that in Israel, you have men who lack fortitude. They'll cave to a woman. They'll cave to, hey, what are they gonna do when the time comes and all this shit hits the fan? And we already know when shit hits the fan, the first thing women do is they start screaming and panicking and shaking and falling on the floor and all kind of shit. The scriptures say wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times. First, you have to have the knowledge. You have to actually read and go through this information, which is why we do these epistles. We labor for the elect. And then wisdom is the application of the knowledge. So you have to actually apply these things. All right, this is 2 Corinthians. Matter of fact, let's go to 2 Corinthians 12:7. And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, because Paul was on a high level. He had an abundance of revelations. I believe it says he had more works than the apostles. There was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan, to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. All right, so the Lord gave Paul a little, whatever handicap, all right, to keep him honest. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities and reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Hamashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. And you got to know that. And see, what happens is that a lot of men pride outweighs uh, everything else. They take a loss and they can't handle it. All right, that's why I believe this guy, uh, you know who. I'm not even gonna say his name. But I believe he's not the Mr. Peggy, but I believe he's not gonna come back, man. He doesn't have fortitude. Right? It's different words for that too. Cojones. Gotta have fortitude to go through these situations. You might have to take a loss. You might have to give certain things up. You might have to leave your house, leave your family. That's what this walk is about, man. Whatever is stopping you, you're gonna have to cut it off. Right? Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy power is with thee whithersoever thou goest. You have to understand that. Fortitude, man, very important. One of the branches of wisdom, right, which is synonymous with might, which is synonymous with valiance. So, Lord willing, is edifying. Just a quick hit. But hey, man, it's not always going to be in a situation that's convenient for you. Right? When Daniel and his friends, they had to go in that oven, that shit, say, be like, damn, man, we was just with the king and everything was good. Now all of a sudden, that's how it happens. Quick. Think fast. So, Lord willing, is edifying. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Oh yeah. Proverbs 18 and 14. Because real quick, I wanted to hit that point too. The scriptures say confidence in here we go. Proverbs 25 and 19. Confidence is in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. And that's what the Lord is doing right now. He's building up our faith by putting us through different situations and putting different lessons in us. All right, he's dealing with us as sons, and you have to know that, man. Hebrews 11. It's one of my. It's a great chapter because it shows all the different examples. I love chapters like that. There's also one in Sirach. It just goes through different names, man. Different men have been memorialized by faith. Things that they couldn't necessarily see. You can't necessarily see all of the chariots. We know that they're out there because they're doing stuff. Right? They didn't put work in, man. Esau's military, they're afraid. Right? They got a space force just for figuring that stuff out, which they're never gonna figure it out. Right? You have to have faith. Right? That's what the stability says. Stability in our time. That's what stability goes into. Faith. Proverbs 18 and 14. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? And that's what the Lord is doing, man. He's binding us up, healing us. Whatever trauma, whatever old shit, you were supposed to put that off when you first came in and accepted the Lord and became a new creature. That's why a lot of these guys who really are not healed, they really haven't supped with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, haven't worked on any of the things or really been chastened and going through situations. When this shit hits, they're going to all flee. All right, the hireling, the scriptures talk about that. You just have people who are here just for hire, just to do a job, just to make a little money. So at the end of the day, we're going to see who's who. The elect is going to stand firm. Call Hello Yamla Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.